What's on, Arsenal fans? Arsenal bits, and what a nightmare, eh? What an absolute nightmare. Last night was horrible. It was absolutely horrible to so try and get behind why we were so bad. It was absolutely awful. It was without doubt one of the worst, if not the worst, Champions League performance I've ever seen Arsenal put in. Considering the side we have, people could say, "Oh, when we got beaten 4-0 by Milan and that," but if you look at the side we had absolutely no excuses whatsoever. We had no injuries. We had no sort of game close. It was on Saturday we played Palace. You know, that's about 4 days ago. It's mad. It's absolutely crazy to think why the side bottled it so much, because that is what they did. We have a good enough side out there. We have Alexis Sanchez out there. We have Mesut Ozil out there. We have Giroud is on good form. We have Welbeck blistering with pace. We have Santi Cazorla out there. Arsenal's sort of player of the season so far, along with Sanchez. You have the new resurgence of Coquelin. You have our strongest back four. A lot of people would say we couldn't get any better. We literally could not get any better, and that is what frustrates me so much, that there is no excuse other than the players were absolutely to blame last night. Absolutely crap. Wenger, of course, has to take some of the blame. He's the manager, but 90% of that blame last night goes down to the players that did not give a damn about the game yesterday. And people go on at Giroud when he misses his chances and he sort of over-exaggerates with his... At the end of the day, he wants to score for the team, you know, and he's obviously bitterly disappointed. Do you know what? It really is bugging me to see, you know, what did Sanchez do last night? What did Mesut Ozil do last night? I'm not saying that they're crap players, but that is the reason when we bought them. That is the reason why we spent nearly 70, 80 million on those two players. That Monaco side didn't even probably come to about 20 million. A few years back when they were spending all the money, yeah, fair enough, but they're a proper outfit now. And remember, they had 4 of their 5 of their best, not best, but sort of regular first teams out, and they still turned us over, and they've got a very young side. They were at the Emirates, we were at the Emirates, and we got absolutely just taught how to play foot. I don't know, it's so weird. It was just I keep on saying it was weird, but there's no really explanation other than we just are so sort of clueless. The club at the moment, we're really clueless. We're charging the fans the most money in Europe. We're got a 60,000 seat stadium, but yet we are nowhere near where we should be as a football club. I was watching the Invincibles documentary afterwards, and what a football! It wasn't just a team. What a football club! The right attitude, the right everything. They didn't sell our best players everywhere else to people in our own league. We had David Dean in charge. We have a different Arsene Wenger. I don't care what anyone says. There is a slight difference in Arsene Wenger between now and then, and he probably can just see that. And do you know what? I'm absolutely devastated, and as every Arsenal fan should be, there should be no sort of positives out of this. And what made it worse? Do you know what made it worse? I was happy with 2-1. We were lucky to have it at 2-1. But why on earth were we trying to attack like it had to get an equaliser in a Champions League final? It was 2 halves. We just finished our first half 2-1. And then we can go in Monaco then and have some hope. 2 goals is very doable for this Arsenal side. But what do? Flipping commit every man forward to try and get an unnecessary equaliser. And then third goal, and I'm rambling on now. 4 minutes of absolute rants. There's no standout performances. Oh my god! I was saying before this game I'd be happy with sort of like a 2-0 win, because I thought we'd actually turn up. I thought, and every Arsenal fan thought, that we would turn up, but we didn't, and we were awful, clueless. Just no answers, and they have to bounce back now. I don't care what anyone says. No, heads down. We've got a fight on our hands now for that top 4 spot, but I don't even know why we're going in for it anymore, because we are just going in to qualify, get some money, and get knocked out again. Arsenal bits, absolutely gutted. Sorry for the length of the video, and hope you sort of can agree with some of my thoughts. Cheers, guys.